So much Elite Dangerous on the platter today. Hi, welcome to DJ360. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like and the subscribe button and try and make it here live with all the amazing algorithms here that are just, they're a treat. I love them. And they really make me tingle. There's something that happens to me when they're here. And I'm sharing that with them live right now. And you're missing that on YouTube. You're missing the tingles. You're missing the tingles. I highly recommend you get here for the tingles, okay? Lots of Elite Dangerous today. It says, we are elite. It's a cinematic. Not quite sure the algorithm's finding of a lot of Elite Dangerous. Some people know that I tend to vent anytime I watch Elite Dangerous content, so perhaps there's some people there that know that I can go into like 2-hour tirades on Elite Dangerous, so maybe that's it.
Space, silent, infinite, it is our home and our destiny. In it we thrive, and in it we suffer. It's where we are, who we really are. We, the traders, setting our sails in starlit skies. We, the miners, gathering wealth from cosmic veins. The explorers, pushing frontiers in endless void. We, the operatives, forging shapes of human realms. We, the defenders, fighting together against the Xeno threat. United we stand, and divided we fall. In vastness of space, we set the bar, defending our future. We fight for what we are. We are elite. Elite Dangerous.
That was a fan-made video, and it was the best commercial I have ever seen for Elite Dangerous, ever, okay? Better than what Frontier Development could create, okay? So that dude definitely needs applause for gaining my interest and making me almost want to play Elite Dangerous again. As we all know that, you know, it's not going to be a game event where you kill the Thargoids that actually kill the Thargoids, although some people would make you believe that. It was actually DG360 that killed the Thargoids over repeatedly telling the internet how incredibly dumb Thargoids was in the Elite Dangerous adventure. You're welcome. I killed them. I killed the Thargoids.
An found it.
You're welcome. Thargoids were a waste of time. Odyssey, what I thought was a step in the right direction was a horrible, utter failure. And the problem started with engineers. And I've talked about this numerous times. I was asked a question by Backspace here live. Do you think ever we can get to the point where this game, gets resuscitated? God, I hope so. I am an eternal optimist. Okay. So, and I got that way because so many negative things in my life have happened. Okay. That you just have to become an optimist to survive. And I want to believe that Elite Dangerous will be something that I play again, that I get back into. One of the best flight experiences I've ever had. One of the best audio experiences I've ever had. Never had so much fun landing in a station, right? The feels of landing in the station, the feels of going out of the station, the whole vibe of Elite Dangerous, so very cool. But the developers have been the very issue from the very beginning of time, even when David was there. So we talked about what is needed: player-owned bases. The systems need to shrink down just a touch, in my opinion, because it spreads the player base over too much. And the idea that the game cannot be an MMO is incorrect. It has to be an MMO to survive. It has to be a sandbox. It is a space game. You should encourage dynamic events. You should encourage the dangerous. It's Elite Dangerous, okay? One needs the other. There is a symbiosis to it. And back in 2015, 2016, there was a sever of Elite and Dangerous got pushed off exit stage left, and Elite was the only thing left, and that's all that the people who cared about in terms of PvE, space trucking, in a pointless economy. They wanted to do their space trucking, and God bless them for it. They like the space truck, go ahead and space truck. Not trying to poo-poo on that type of gameplay. Completely understand and wanting to unplug and do that, okay? However, at the expense of the entire community, at the expense of people who want dynamic events, who understand that MMOs and sandboxes can be rough and encourage it and like that and like the danger. So what? You were okay with completely killing off Dangerous to be only Elite, and then, the death of the game just it went from there. It went right from there because the symbiosis was broken. The second that people said, we only want this as a PvE game, that it's not supposed to be an MMO, and they sold that narrative and they rammed it down your throat, because there's a lot of commanders that knew that the fun of the game was finding other people playing, and you'd be like, holy shit, there's real people playing in the game with me, right? That was fun. But nope, only Elite. And that's when it happened. Right around engineers is when it happened. So Backspace, do I hope that we can get back to the point of having the Dangerous back in there? You goddamn absolutely tootin', man. I want that back in the game so bad. I want that danger back in the game. I want that dynamic feel again. I want that MMO vibe. And I don't like this narrative that has been sold for eternity, to the point where even the developers started believing it, that only Elite was the only thing that mattered. And if they can get back to Dangerous, they will be successful. If they get back to Danger, we already see the models that are successful. Look at EVE Online, never took the Danger out. EVE Online, even after they got bought out, and Pearl Abyss knew to keep the danger, and even still, with all the crap DLC content that Pearl Abyss is pushing on EVE Online now, that completely watered and saturated that market down and made me never want to play EVE Online again, which is sad because that was great. But even they're still successful to this day because they still have danger. They still keep the danger in, and they have a great security system that separates it. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it one of the best in the game that I've ever seen that actually where PvEers and PvPers can somewhat coexist together? Absolutely, that game does that to this day. And they kept the danger in, and that is an old school game that still supports danger and still has a very dedicated fan base because of it. Elite Dangerous does not. Elite Dangerous is a vacuum right now. So the only thing that will make it successful is to keep that danger in, goddammit. Keep it in.